Nope. I just love the extra part of the song.
I was
Like
practicing
we
my
only
fiddle.
get so little of it in our intro, or
Yeah.
with the videos and stuff. And to actually hear the whole song, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Welcome, 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 everybody. Can't believe it's Thursday again already. Wow. Jeez.
Yeah. Right?
Jeannie, I want to say we're doing fine. I saw your comment early on. We were sitting here getting ready for the live, and I saw that you asked how we were doing. Thank you, Jeannie. Yeah. Hope everyone's having a good week, staying cool.
Yeah. Jonesy's definitely is talking about needing a ski field in the backyard.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
note to self, visit Tasmania in the wintertime.
Oh, yeah, we already knew that. Like, our winter, like, because they're reversed.
Right.
So, our winters are summer. And, so, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Let's
Hi,
see.
Diane.
So, Patrick says he's driving home. So, he's not chatting much, y'all. But
Yeah.
he's listening along.
We had to chuckle when they started saying anti-Smurfette.
Yeah.
In the chat. We're like, oh, that's classic. That's so awesome.
Nice. Glad Emma made it. Watching us on the big screen. I didn't even do my makeup.
Yeehaw. Yes, and if you're new here, we don't do a traditional roll call, but we try to throw things out for, saying hi to people, and we like to leave it open for questions and comments and bagels and crayons and all that other good stuff. So throw up your blue hearts or pink hands, and yeah, we just have a good time.
Yes, Freedom Weekend right around the corner.
It is. It is.
We're ready. Well, we're not ready to go. I mean, we're ready to go do it, but we still have a bunch of stuff to do.
There's our daughter, Gabby. Our incubator for grandchild.
Right? There's got a nice tan.
You know what, guys? We're not holding out inside the house on these hot days. I know a lot of people probably are, but we got stuff to do. So we're out. We're out. Hi, Stella. And can't help but, get this. And we did take one day. We had to go pick up some things I found on the marketplace.
Hi, Punky.
Hi, Punky. Y'all know we're like overflowing in rabbits right now. So I actually found an amazing deal on the marketplace over in Harrison. We ended up getting, 8 cages, a handful of feeders, and for $50.
Thank you, doggy mom.
$50.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, yep. Well, Harrison's quite a ways away from us. So we're like, let's just make a day of it. Let's go thrifting. And so we took off early in the day, and we hit up some thrift shops, and boy, did we find some good deals. And y'all, I found the light for the outdoor kitchen. It's perfect.
Bingo and crayon from Shiloh already.
Oh, they got us.
You got your handle in backwards.
I do. The light is going to be perfect for the outdoor kitchen. Wait till you guys see it. I'm super stoked for it. Well, that still put it on backwards.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, we don't get to see the rankings because we watch it through StreamYard, not through...
Okay, cut problems. There we go. I mean, it works, but then I just need to put a sticker right here.
Right. Awesome. Glad you're doing a little better, Lauren. Of course
I know. Now, even though we've been out working in this hot weather and getting what I started to say, I got squirreled for a moment. Anyway, when we went thrifting over in Harrison, we were at one store, I think it was the Goodwill, And the checkout lady, she's looking at me and she's like, "You're really tan." I was like, "Thank you."
Well, she'd asked. She's like, "So you been out tanning?" We're like,
Something like that.
"Yeah,
I
no."
don't
And we're
even
like,
know.
"No, we're just outside. Like it's not like we're
Like
out."
we're homesteaders, we
Yeah.
work outdoors, and she's like, "Well, you're beautiful," and I was like, "Thank you." It was weird, but yeah, it's just it's gonna happen. We don't wear sunscreen. Yeah, go down that rabbit hole, folks, but we just don't. Um, we thrive on the sun.
Oh,
So
that's cool. So let Tim make you some lights out of mason jars or a rustic small pedal
that would
pit.
look really cool over the. Oh, I can't say it because that part's not been released yet. Well, we did say an outside kitchen, bar, and entertainment area, right? So yeah, that would be a cool thing over the bar.
I was like, "What are you holding back?" I thought it was all out there, but
I can't
or
keep
hanging
up.
under the front covered porch too.
Yeah, yeah,
We're in, Dana.
yeah.
Let us know what we need.
And even though like we've been working every day, um, progress is slow, which was why you guys got a vlog on Tuesday. Uh, we did not have enough footage to put out what I feel y'all deserve in a video, which means getting stuff
Yes,
done.
she is, isn't she, Auntie?
And thank you, Annie Ann. I don't want to just put out something just to put out something.
Oh,
so
wow.
it was two options. Oh, wow.
97 yesterday, 61 today. There's a drop.
Yeah. I had two options. Either I don't put anything out on Tuesday, or I give you guys a walk around and we did the garden video, which we haven't done in a long time. So we decided to go ahead and do the garden video. But we are making progress, but we do have to take frequent breaks. We have to get in the shade. So, like, we're very cognitive of the weather, even though we're working through it. But it just makes progress slow. And I really wanted a good Shazam video for y'all for Saturday. And boy, is it going to be Shazam.
We got to see Bob and Donna today.
We did. We did. We went over there and hung out for a little while. Totally loved it. Hi, Ed.
Jennifer, just spill it. Seaway, Jason, I love the building on the outdoor kitchen and bar. It will be awesome. Nice job, guys. Now I really need to get things going to get myself down there.
Yep, for sure.
For sure.
Hi,
Wade.
Rhonda. That's right.
If y'all don't mind, it's super
Thumbs
easy.
up.
Just click that little thumbs up for us. Oh, good. Lauren got Charlene Grady's card.
Nice.
Awesome.
Aw, thank you, Leanne.
No, Patrick.
No, not yet.
We
Not
still
yet.
got some things in the works before we're going to be willing to host it.
We've been tossed out there like, not yet.
It's
Not yet.
actually at Bobbleheads.
But I thought it was also DD5s. So we don't know.
No, it's at Bobbleheads.
It's a Bobbleheads?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I just go wherever they tell me to go.
Well, I knew that guy was handier in a glove. That'd be cool. We would love that. Like
Yeah.
I said, Dana, if Tim
And then
whips
you guys can
something up,
just come here and install them yourself.
or at least, break the bar in.
Yeah, there's that.
And Kathy, I know she came in
Hi,
earlier. We're staying cool in the studio. Well, coolish in the studio. This heat really has been like, man, we should probably properly insulate this all the way. And
because only the office is,
yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Diane Myers.
Oh, Diane got us. So as soon as he gets did you all watch the coffee chat with the chickens the other day? If you didn't,
they loved the garden.
Thank you. It is getting ready
And
to explode.
I seen a lot of the comments people were loving. They were happy the garden's doing so well and loving how it is.
And that's the thing though, like I'm in the garden, I watch my garden daily.
RNC Acres got it.
Got it. I am looking at every plant. I know my garden, right? I'm still treating often, almost daily, for the blight. I'm not going to let it take it this time. I need to know more about what causes it to prevent it, I guess. But that's always a challenge.
That makes sense, Joe.
Yeah.
Talking about having to cover up because being that far,
Oh, the ozone layers thing.
being
Yeah.
that part of the
That makes
equator, you know,
sense.
you want to.
Ha 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 ha.
Needed air conditioning yesterday, but needed a sweatshirt today. Oh yeah, going all the way down to 61.
Yeah.
New Hampshire. Okay. That's
Wait,
kind of
Gabby, you said the wedding he wanted the pickles. I'm afraid to ship pickles. You might open up a cardboard box that smells and tastes
well,
like
and then the fact that
pickles.
they're in a mason jar.
Yeah, they're in a mason
yeah.
jar. That'd
See,
be it. Yeah.
right there.
Okay.
Bobblehead and then DB5.
Gotcha.
And I'm sure, I don't know. Maybe she was talking to Ed, but because she probably tried to put White Rock.
Oh,
but Ed's
gotcha,
in here,
gotcha, gotcha.
so it came up.
So
with
it came
some
up. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hi, Patty.
Look, we got Patty and Mac right next to one another.
Ha ha ha. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Wade. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of why we're getting the push for
getting the summer kitchen done.
the summer kitchen done.
Right now, I've done a little bit of
seen it.
shooting inside the tiny house kitchen just because I've already started preserving. And so I have been getting footage of that. I'm hoping to throw it into a video somehow, somewhere. Well, my kitchen's a mess right now. And loads of zucchinis and
So
everything.
Doggy Mom's like suggestion outdoor misters for the bar area. We have them at the breweries in Colorado.
We actually do have a Mister kit. Remember?
We do. Yep. I was actually thinking about that the other day, and I'm like, do we put it under the covered or the non-covered? And I think we're going to put it under the covered.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to see which way it works. But we actually did a while back. Jeez, forever ago.
Maybe a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
He found a misting kit at a thrift shop for like $10.
I don't even remember.
I don't know. Something super cheap. And so, we picked it up.
The chickens know.
The chickens
chat
do
folks
know. Dude, if you guys watched the coffee chat with the chickens, throw up your hands. I want to see before we go spilling the beans to those that didn't watch.
Loves the plan.
No.
Bagels and crayons. There we go.
Yeah. So if you watched the coffee chat with the chickens where Jason spilled the beans, throw your hands up because I want to see who all didn't watch it because you guys are in for a huge bean spilling if you've not.
Olive oil used for sun protection.
Well, then that would make sense because...
You're asking, have you heard of that?
No, I've heard of tallow, but I do use olive oil and stuff on my skin. And I saw Arlene in here. Arlene, I woke up... Here. Yeah. Thank you. I woke up in the middle of the night last night. Okay, truth be told, it was like 11 p.m. and we went to bed at 8. But that's besides the point. And I got into something. I don't know if it's a poison something or if it's
we're
chiggers.
fired if we don't bring them pickles to the wedding.
I got you, Sam. I got you. But yeah, all up my leg in the front around the shin area, I have a line about this long that kind of like welted up. And did it itch? And I woke up itching. And I'm like, you know what? Arlene gave me some stuff that I know I can use on this. So I marched my happy butt down, trying to trip over Charles to find it, and grabbed it and started just rubbing it all over. And then I was using the wild lettuce drops too, and it did help. So thank you, Arlene, for your salve because it. And I actually right before this live, I put on some more. And then I finally went back up to bed around 11:30, 12 o'clock. And I'm laying in bed and I hear Charles in a paper sack. And I'm like, I know what you're doing, Charles, but I'm too lazy to go downstairs and stop you. And the next thing I know, thunk. Yep, Charles got it on the floor. Yeah. So he had all my stuff just because I've been pulling out as I need, and doing the teas and stuff that he gave me. And yeah, so the paper sack was pretty well empty. And so he was able to play in it and throw it on the floor and blah, blah, blah.
Shiloh, they're working great, moving them up like that. And I did see a lot of people gave comments because, and I still need to do that, is find a couple nice sized rocks to put down in the bottom of each pail. So like the goats quit tipping theirs over. And,
yeah.
So but there's lots of hands.
Okay, so then I'm seeing lots of hands. If you didn't watch the coffee chat, and it's okay if you didn't. So if you don't know the bean spilling, throw up a...
there you go. Blaine seen it.
Blaine seen it. Trust the plan, yep. What can they throw up that's not like connected? I just want to see how many people are going to be like thrown. Ha 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 ha. If I had a uterus, I'm sure I would be by now.
But he said, me, I don't think that's possible. I don't care
no.
how much the weirdness goes on.
So if you didn't watch the coffee chats, throw up a red heart. Throw up a red heart. Because I don't think any of us have any reds. So throw up a red heart if you haven't watched the coffee chat so you don't know the beans. Gabby, I'm sure you don't know the beans.
Plantain salve and compared salve or oils help.
Yes. And what Arlene gave me also had comfrey in it. And so
yes,
I was
will, Bob.
Actually. I was like looking through, trying to find, and I already used the one on my face, but sorry.
That's what we need to try. I'm just going to spray your leg with carb cleaner.
Oh, Ann says, what did I not see? So apparently she didn't watch it. So I just want to know who's going to be blown away at these beans. Because Jason let it all hang out. All of it. Oh, that part. Yeah. Hi, Roy.
Daddy, your belly might still be bigger than mine. It's coming. You'll beat me eventually. Well, all right. So we're getting a good interaction. Yeah.
Okay. So there's gonna be a lot of
everybody that
shock.
has seen it, right? Everyone that's seen it, the comments, they're definitely supporting it. Like Blaine threw it on there, definitely a good plan. So, and I did see who was that. Go back up here a minute, Jeannie, talking about being the Daffy Duck. Yeah.
He gets on these tangents of things that they're really important to him, but then So I speed it up. Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You're all good, Wade. You're all good. We know everybody's got a lot.
Because you'll get the beans.
Yeah.
You'll get the beans.
Silo liked the bean. And it was funny because at first I was kind of like, really? I'm trying to explain stuff and you're just. But then the more she played it, because I was over here working and she was editing, and I heard it going, and I'm like, I just thought she was doing it through like playback of editing. She's like, hey, I know this part, I'm going to speed up. And then, because that's literally what she hears when I start talking about it. She'll ask me, she'll be like, well, what do you, and I'm like, hey, I'll fit, and then I start explaining it to her, and then she's just, bloop, sparkly things, and
yeah. It is cool beans.
Oh, rush hour traffic?
The thing is, it was not beans that we took lightly.
I was just chatting with that fella.
Yes, you were.
And they have a new little critter that welcomed themselves.
It actually almost brought tears to my eyes when we made this decision. It was
chickens, though. Yeah.
We have tried everything to avoid this part ad nauseum.
Lacey called us the cool kids.
No, I'm not the cool kid. I'm the one that always gets talked because I'm always talking in class, and I get the desk way put off on the other side of the room to where I can't interrupt anybody else, and I can't disturb anybody else.
For talking?
Oh my gosh, yes. All the time. All day, every day.
Oh, who else is not surprised? Yeah. The whole wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's one of those that if I don't try to explain, like part of it, right, is me explaining is like trying to teach her too. I mean, we both have a lot of skills, but then there's certain things that she's really good at, and there's certain things that I'm really good at, and we just kind of go with like, yes, can you make it happen? That's all I need to know. But there's also that like us complimenting one another is, hey, if I can teach you something new, but like that kind of stuff. It's kind of like the nursing stuff when she would talk to me about it. Like, there's certain things I'd pick up and be like, okay, that's a good piece, right? But most of it was all these big words that I can't say, let alone spell. And she's like, and she's rambling it off. And I was kind of doing the same thing, like the Charlie Brown. Like, hey, guess what? This is why we're a team. You need to know that information. Keep it to yourself.
But it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And there's got to be times when, I don't need the explanation because we are a team. Like, I don't need the explanation because he's just gonna do it. So I'm taking him for granted.
Joe. So yeah, the wee woo, right? The wee woo. We don't have it yet. So there's something in the works. Hopefully that.
Well, Mike from 3 Mississippi was supposed to make me a wee woo. I've not heard whether or not he
we haven't talked to him or said so.
Got the wee woo made. But if not,
Well,
I
maybe a
just
Freedom Weekend because he was talking
Yeah.
about building it up. And
Yeah. So if not, I'll just drive around Freedom Weekend at Tim's
Kregels?
going wee woo, wee woo, wee
Okay,
woo.
we got some Scott jumping on the Gabby bandwagon and going with the Kregels. Jennifer, let her talk. The more she talks, the more. Jennifer, you got to start giving her the. Well, we don't want too many bagels. She'll be
No.
blaring everything.
Yeah. I'm a lightweight.
Yeah, it got in trouble for talking too.
Yeah. I did, like, all the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Absolutely.
And Lacey says she saw it. It's exciting.
It is exciting.
I used the tube just like I donated at Mid-America. Oh, yeah. Which actually, we need to find that. I was just thinking about the stuff that she gave us. Remember that was that gold cream or whatever?
Yes. That's in the camper.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. I was just thinking about that the other day when we were sitting here short, and I'm like, wait a minute. We got...
Yes.
So,
which we got the air running. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah. Just like tools right there, Terry. We're just old dogs sitting our ways.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
No, it's just like when you've been...
He probably did. It's been more than 5 minutes ago.
When you were single, if you're single as long as I was before I met Jason, the mental load of carrying all of it.
Look,
Costco
shipment of bagels.
I like Costco bagels. Carrying that mental load alone is heavy, right? So when you find a partner that you can share that mental load with, you just gladly give it to them. Plumbing and electrical are one of them. I don't want to know. I've already had to do what I had to do when I built my house. I don't care. I have the partner that will share that with me now. You take that mental load. I don't want to think about it.
Putting my googly eyes on you guys. Brett's on it. Wait, does he have the googly eyes, or does maybe that's how?
I'm sure I have the googly eyes.
Yeah.
Because I'm about that way in right now, and I always get googly eyes.
Did you see what Drop said? Spill the beans, and you're fired from the kitchen.
Oh, I don't think he'd allow that.
No.
He's the one that spilled the beans, guys. It was not me.
Yeah. I'm actually at the bottom of the chat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, then I think we should just like talk about it because there's a lot to unpack with it.
There is.
So, okay. Y'all know that we have looked
exactly Drops
all over our homestead, all over the acres, to find our perfect forever home build site. Right? We've talked about it ad nauseum, right? We've talked about potentials. We've talked about moving this, moving that, doing this, doing that. And it came down to the point where we absolutely are in love with everything we're building.
Well, that's good, Jennifer.
Between the garden,
Eddie,
between the YouTube studio, between what is now the outdoor kitchen build, right? Like everything is right here.
Scott says he's got both of the windows ready whenever.
Nice. Well, one of them, I don't know about the second one, but I know the first one we're taking to Michigan with us when we go to Michigan.
Okay.
And I've told her where we're going to be, and she's going to have to come and get it because it's like 2 hours away. I'm not driving 2 hours away. But you can't ship them.
We'll get with Scott.
Yeah,
we'll get with you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. They're beautiful.
Fair enough, Wade. Oh, celebrate bagels and crayons.
Do y'all want the beans or not? Holy cow. Yeah. So, anyway, we were sitting there on the porch getting ready to start working again. And Jason and I are both just like looking around. You could just see it. And we're drinking our coffee. It was before we ran the coffee chat. And it just felt right.
That'd be a great plan, Jennifer. I like that idea.
It just felt right. What doesn't feel right is the tiny house.
No, Eddie, I am not doing that. I would love to.
It's in Philadelphia, November 10th.
So it'd be in the 250th for the Marine Corps birthday.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
they've got a bunch of big celebrations everywhere, but we have plans in November, so
We do.
I will not be up there.
We do. We love everything that we're doing right here. We love the tiny house, y'all. We put our heart and soul into every little detail and keeping it rustic
Drive
and
safe,
keeping
Kim.
it everything. But what we didn't do with the tiny house is anticipate that it was going to be our forever home. We knew as we were building it, it was temporary, right? Because we were going to build our forever home somewhere else on the property.
Ready for that, Shiloh? Yeah. Because isn't one going? Yeah, we'll double check, but
I can't keep the.
I know. While
straight.
we were looking at when we go to Michigan, getting with them
Yeah.
anyways.
And as much as we love the tiny house,
yes, it is, Shiloh.
we love where the tiny house sits the most. We love it. The views, the close proximity to everything we're doing here. And we went down that crazy. When you're married to someone who's just like you and everything's a possibility and nothing's off the table, boy, our coffee together some mornings gets pretty intense. We've short of go, you have to go back and watch all of it in the coffee chat because we did go and talk about all that.
Williams.
Hi guys.
Crazy cat showing up.
Now.
Just got home. All right.
So I'm just gonna say it. The big beans, the really big super beans. Guys, we're tearing down the tiny house.
Yeah.
We're tearing it down. Which hurts. Like it hurts. It's a punch in the gut, right? Because I love our decor. I love our heart and soul that we put into it. I love everything we chose for it. What I don't love are the 5 roof lines that there's no way to tie in another roof line, let alone 3 more roof lines for additions. You've heard us talk about adding the mudroom, adding the dining room, adding the master bath. We've geometrically cannot figure out how to tie in 8 roof lines into one and not have them leak, right? And y'all know that we want everything on one level. We're not getting any younger. We're getting older. So yeah, we are going back to full-time RV living. Not right now. Our time frame for that is February.
So Jennifer's asking, can we just move it? No. This thing was built in multiple sections because there was the original 12 by 12, then we added on with everything else. It's just it's not worth the hassle, honestly.
Yeah.
Because as a structure, okay, fine. Like, hey, we could move it, make it a guest house, right?
But we can.
But
we have to move it in like 5 sections.
Yeah, and so the amount of time and effort it would take, we would be better off doing what we're talking about doing and tearing it completely down, salvaging every bit of material that we can out of it.
Yeah.
And then using that on the new build where we can, or saving it for other builds and structures.
The only thing that we can't salvage is my backsplash tile, which you guys watched me lay, and drywall.
Yeah.
We're salvaging everything out of it. So my decor will not change. I love it. My style will not change. I love it. But what we love more than the tiny house is the location where the tiny house is. And so
yeah, because we did, and I know she mentioned it, guys. I mean, we've pondered and we went all over trying to figure out, another location. And a lot of it was because we have everybody condensed here, right? So the other part of this is the fact that, kind of when we did that last walkthrough, right? We were talking about where the Squatch is at right now, the Nugget Nest.
That was going to be where Jake
was where Jake was going to build. That's not happening.
No.
Jenna was going to build right next to where the Cougar, the original fifth wheel, that she's living in, she was going to build right there.
That's not happening.
And that's not happening. So, but when that was the original plan, our thought was like, we want our home, our sanctuary, like, not with everybody in our backyard.
Secluded in our space.
And the property is limited a lot of availability of building, right? without it being an extreme cost. And so, and the kids, honestly, the more we've talked to them, they want a turnkey, walk in the door, be done with it. They can go to sleep, get up, go to work, come back home, wash, rinse, repeat, right?
Yeah.
And so now the plan, as part of that plan with it, is that build site that we prepped over on the other side of the property, right? What had the ledges that dropped off.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the kids are going to build. They're going over there.
Which makes more sense because where they're going to be building is easily surveyable to cut it off. Because guys, we're not paying for their builds. They're building it. They're paying for it. It's their investment. And so therefore they need the security that if something happens to us, that their place.
Jobs, I'm going to
is
move on
secured.
some comments, but that's going to be our next thing that we.
Yeah.
So the shop, guys, right?
It is coming, and it will be way before we do all this.
Yeah, in order for cause that's kind of the order of things
Mm-hmm.
right now, guys. Is we've got to finish the outdoor kitchen because that's even more going to become a necessity for one. I mean, just wanting to be able to do all the preservation that's going to be coming up with that garden. We don't want to do any of that inside. Not in the tiny house, not in the camper,
It's so
not
hard.
So the kitchen is gonna get completely done.
Mm-hmm.
That area done, ready to go. When that's done, or in the intermix of doing that, but once that's finished, then we're gonna start prepping the site for the shop build.
Yeah, and the shop, I've already talked to the provider of the materials.
Downsizing's good.
We're having the
I seen that drop.
The barn delivered.
That probably isn't the best pickup line, but it's hilarious. Look, this. I'm a widower twice, so who wants to be number 3?
Oh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the barn is being delivered. So those of you that are worried that Jason won't get a barn, he's getting a barn.
Excited to see that, Jennifer. Yeah. Definitely.
And that's the other thing that we really need. Jason and I rock it out on our builds, right? You see us bending. Well, you see him bending down. You see me bending over. You see us working our tails off, right? You don't see us coming down those tiny house stairs every morning, one step at a time, almost falling because we're so sore and our bodies are getting older.
That's no lie,
right?
Kentucky. So
the new house, we don't have a design yet. I do have a design. We just got to modify it just a little bit. It will be one floor, and it won't be a tiny house. It'll be a small house, guys. So it's not going to be a tiny house.
Well, I mean, it's going to basically put it up to an average, normal,
small house.
Yeah, but
think cottage.
Yeah, our big thing with that is it's going to have way more of an open floor plan. Clearly a much larger kitchen, which is part of that open floor plan. Like the kitchen, living room, dining room,
all going to be open.
Is all going to be open. The only thing really that's going to be kind of separated will be a mud room and laundry room, our bedroom, the whole master suite, right? Like master bath, master bedroom.
Yeah.
So the rest of it's going to be way open, which is what we wanted. Like
that was our initial plan.
Our initial plan before we even bought land, we talked about it. We said, look, we want a 1-story. It's going to be all open concept as much as we can make it, other than the areas that we want separated in private. But everything else, it's going to be open and lots of windows and lighting and that kind of stuff.
That's the thing, guys. We have all the windows already. We've already purchased them. We purchased them when we lived in Michigan. That's how long we've been dreaming of our perfect house.
Drops. Checked into we have.
Yeah. We have a plan that incorporates logs. So whether But
yeah, when it comes to buying a kit or doing something like that, keep in mind everything that we're doing here is
budget.
Right. I mean, we're doing it debt free. Yeah. Right? We're not getting loans out. We're not taking loans out. We're not running up credit cards. We don't even own credit cards, guys.
We don't. None. Zero.
So, everything that we do has to be manageable within the money that we do make every month.
My dad's doing great, Sassy Cat. Thank you for asking.
Yes, I wasn't trying to just click off that.
Sorry. Yeah, no.
I'm just trying to make sure I don't get too far. We're doing speech to gibberish here.
Right?
The Amish can move everything. See if there's Amish. I bet they can.
If I was back at
Yeah.
my other homestead in Ohio, I guarantee you I would only have to talk to Amish John once, and I would have a whole Amish crew at my disposal to move whatever I needed. We don't have that down here, guys. I don't have my Amish backbone that I had when I had my homestead in Ohio.
Oh, high country's over
So-
there in Tasmania too, and yeah, they do. Because Jonesy had said earlier they had it
Yeah.
up in the mountains, and they must be
Nice.
up in the mountains.
Nice.
Yeah, and when it comes to there's that lovely Susan.
Hi, Susan.
When it comes to moving it, it's not worth it. We appreciate that comment and the idea, right? It's not a total waste. Like she said,
we're harvesting the floors, the trims,
Yeah.
the outlets, the
we're
wires.
we're gonna be able
everything.
to reuse and repurpose
The doors.
everything that was in there, other than that tile backsplash and
Yeah.
the drywall.
in the drywall.
Everything else is completely reusable.
And being reused.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that, I mean, it's on the copy chat, but we did not build this for our future.
Oh, hi,
Right?
Michelle.
The main home
Good to
is
see you, sister.
propped up on literal rocks, sandwiched rocks. Not only that, but there's shed windows in there, single pane shed windows. This was not meant to be a forever home. We just thought that we would keep it as a guest house, but honestly, it's the best place. It's the best views on the ridge,
Yeah.
and so we'll have to be a little bit more meticulous taking it down, but the shop will have to already be built and in place for us to salvage all the materials to use on the new house.
Yeah.
So the new house is getting footers. It's getting everything
Well, probably
residentially
be
built.
built on piers and that kind of stuff. It won't be on a basement, Wade. And the main reason, one, is we are on a solid rock shelf, right? Like 3 foot down is as far as I can go, and it's solid rock shelf all the way down.
But
and
also the
and by-
ridge.
Well, right. So the other part of doing a basement would be, it's not a true basement like what you would think, like probably up in Montana, or what we would normally see in Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, where your entire basement is underground. So you can't get that here unless we brought in a crap ton of fill, and then I worry about erosion and all.
And water mitigation
puts
is huge.
Yeah, and it would put it at a higher elevation. Our idea, right, is to have the house will be built at a level that it's kind of like it is right now, where there's one, maybe 2 steps, and you're at house level, right? And that's an easy later on, if we wanted to, take steps out and mitigate it with a ramp.
I'm still keeping my ramp. I'm not giving up the ramp.
Well,
to the
no,
and
and
the
nothing,
YouTube studio.
nothing
I
with
love
this,
it.
Yeah, nothing with the studio changes. Like the location of this and that ramp that we did, we are going to be able to move the house around a little bit more.
Yeah, the outdoor
But, yeah.
kitchen's going to be a game changer.
It's called a barbecue.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a game changer. Because right now I just feel like I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul for space before I can do anything. I know it looks bigger on camera when you guys view my kitchen,
It's going to be both, Brett.
but every single person that has came to the ridge
Mm-mm.
after watching our videos, the very first thing they say is, "Oh my gosh, your kitchen is tiny. It looks so much bigger on camera." Because it does, but it's small, and I can't do the food preservation.
I mean, you got to figure that structure where we built the kitchen, the outside dimensions, so you lose your countertop and all, you know what I mean? So, but the outside dimensions of that building, the kitchen that you have right now is a 12 by 12.
Right.
So you're already starting with less.
3 windows and a doorway.
Yeah.
And a pantry.
No sauna,
Slash
Brett.
Laundry room.
That's not anything that needs to be around here at all.
So the initial
Talking
game
about a hot
plan,
tub,
guys.
probably not that either.
Yeah, no, I had one up in Ohio.
Okay, a pool.
But
A pool. I'll
a pool
go.
maybe. So the game plan right now is once we get the summer kitchen done, we have already been in talks with the guy that's bringing us and delivering the barn.
We'll injure
So,
ourselves, Lacey.
That will be the next big project. Our timeline for this, and please don't hold us to it because this is where we're at right now. We have a lot of stuff going on between now and then. is probably moving into the Squatch in February. So,
And probably towards the latter part. Like, because
yeah.
January, February is really our winter.
Yeah.
That's our coldest months. And we don't, the idea behind it, right, is to not winter in the camper.
Yeah.
Because of water and all that kind of stuff. Like, if we can get to towards the end of February where it starts staying above freezing a few more days, like we'll still manage. And I'm going to put in a dedicated water line and a dedicated power line up there, to where we're not driving over stuff. So there's going to be some work with that, because we're also going to prep the nugget nest. I'm gonna
You'll
scrape
see videos on that.
Yep,
coming
I'm
out.
gonna scrape
Yep.
that all out, and that's gonna get all gravelled and leveled, so that it's a nice level area that we can come out and we can be in, and we're not dealing with mud. And yes, Gabby, we're probably not as ready as you are, because, well, I'm sure this heat's being fun, but we are ready.
Gabby
for
spilled the
Jameson.
beans.
Yeah.
We weren't going to, but Gabby is doing it. Our brand new baby grandson that will be born in the next couple of months. November 8th, I think is
September.
September 8th. November 8th is I'm lost. And I'm bagel.
September the baby's born, November's the wedding.
Yes, September the baby, November the wedding.
Yes.
Our grandson's name is Jameson Elliott.
Yes.
I can't wait. Give me some lovin's. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of prep work to get ready for this. And yes, Jason will get his barn, even though it's so funny because I do just as much work as he does. And it's our barn, but for some reason, everyone like lumps the barn and the shop into like Jason's territory.
Well, you do that.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I only do it because they do it. And then they make me feel guilty, like, oh, I'm taking everything. And I'm like, then I feel bad. Okay, fine, we'll give you your barn. But truth be told, I had more tools than he had when we first met. So, honestly, it's a barn for me too. It's a shop for me too. So, but yeah, once that
Ace
gets...
has got crayons and bagels.
Solid as a rock. Love it. So yeah, that's kind of... And the thing was, guys, once we decided on this, normally we don't even talk about it or spill the beans on anything like that for a long time, right? It was literally not even an hour after, because I think it's something that Jason had thought of, I had thought of, but we were both too scared to kind of say the words, say the weird thing, say the thing that's not quite right.
Arlene's giving us the bagels and crayons.
Nice.
Yes, Arlene, I was very excited about it because it's been a discussion, and honestly, up until the other day when we sat here, it's been like any time that it's been brought up, it's like, nope, don't even think about it.
Like,
we put too much. Yeah, we put too much, heart into building this.
And I love it.
And so that's why we entertained so much more of the other areas of where we could go. Was we didn't, we really still don't want to.
No, I'm going to cry. I'm totally going to cry.
For longevity,
house.
For longevity of what we got going on and what we want, and to be in this location where we're next to the studio, we're next to the garden, we're by the animals. We're right here, with the summer kitchen, which some of the animals are going to move around. But yes, don't want a basement or up, even though basement is a cool place. Not saying you're old, my husband likes, but I cannot. Yeah, and that's why, like, we don't, like, Kay's saying it right there, and we've kind of talked about that, is we don't want anything that has a lot of steps to be able to get in or out of. A few steps, fine, because then a ramp later on is...
Which I think we could build a ramp later on. Like, it's just, we've always hung... Okay, don't take this the wrong way, folks. I'm simply giving you an experience into our lives. Jason and I have both, even before we met, we both gravitated towards the older crowd. Right?
Dale says they can attest. It's small.
Yeah, it is small. We've always hung out. My mama and papa pretty much raised me.
Nice one, Dale.
So
nice. I love you, brother.
I spent every weekend at Campers Club with the babes in the woods, Campers Club. I've always been around older people. Jason's always been around older people.
Well, just smile, Nanny
And-
Kim. She's all frazzled. They got the youngins around there.
Oh yeah. And so we're not being morbid. We're not being like Debbie Downers. We're not being negative Nancy's. You know, like we're just honestly accepting the fact that we're not getting any younger. And when we can do this now, why wouldn't we secure?
We're waiting to see all them
an
animals in
insurance?
your yard, Jonesy.
Yeah, and build something properly, securely, and more fluid for us, because
Yes, they do.
I don't want to be 70 years old and have the tiny house drop off
Oh, and
the
coming
5
in,
rocks that are holding up this
coming
corner.
in with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Ann.
Well, thank you, Ann.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate
You don't
you.
have to do that, but that is awesome.
Thank you. And so it just makes more sense for us now. And being able to harvest everything out that we can
Oh,
is going to save us
Ann
money.
says it's for the freeze dryer fund. Okay.
Ha! Thank you. I'm up to $109. Woo woo! Yes.
All right.
That's what we're at right now for the freeze dryer.
Jason's
109.
head is shaved. I was hoping we would see the natural curly hair make a comeback. Jennifer, no. That will about the most natural curly you're gonna see is what's in my beard. What comes out on my head will never.
It's pretty much like the beard.
Ever since I started shaving it, because I did it by choice while I was on a deployment when I first started doing it, and then I came back and I was like, I grew my hair back one time for like 2 months, and it annoyed the crap out of me, and I was like, nope, it's coming right back off. Oh, Kim made it home in record-breaking time. She was on here earlier, but she was driving, so we didn't want her to distract.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
About the pics and stuff I sent to you about what Montana looks like. Oh,
Yes.
Talking about-
so beautiful.
yeah.
So beautiful. I enjoyed those pictures.
Montana
much.
is a very beautiful state.
Mhm.
I mean, you get up in there where, you're like Rockies, those mountains
Yeah.
are just.
And Chantal, I need to FaceTime with you because you guys need to pick a buck. I've got $2 going
Hey.
out.
Just for the record, I told her she needed to take pictures and text them to you. And
Babe, when
have
have I
you
had
got
time?
a text?
When we're done working out there, you veg out. I gotta go in the kitchen. I've got basil in the dehydrator. I've got oregano in the dehydrator. I've got like 20 zucchini to process. I've been canning chili beans. I've been canning, yeah. So who can take a picture?
Glad you came in, Kathy. I'm just saying.
Who do you guys think
I needed
should take
it.
a picture?
I needed it on here. It's documented that I let her know. I did my job.
It's just easier if and I enjoy getting to see Chantal. So
Yeah.
we need to FaceTime. So you can pick your buck because Eric and Missy are taking a buck. You guys are taking a buck. And we're going to call out the other.
Outside
So-
kitchen being doubling for processing, yes.
Absolutely.
That's actually, so drops.
100%.
That is 100% why we're doing the outdoor kitchen.
Yep.
Is for garden processing,
Hold
animal
on.
processing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, there's that crazy jar
All
head.
of my jar storage, I have 3 big pressure canners. Excuse me. Anything to do with canning, processing, my meat grinders, everything like that. My burger press, like everything will be out in the summer kitchen.
Well, Jennifer being up in Canada, that would make sense, right? The basement being up there. Like when we were up in Michigan, basements on a typical house were
Yeah.
almost mandatory. But I'm excited. Jennifer's working on getting this house and all that
Yeah.
inspections.
That's
She's
cool.
gonna have, yeah. Make sure the old place is level. We don't want it rocking. I'm gonna send them experiences.
Right.
All right.
Yep. Well, no, that's a crayon. That ain't a bagel.
There's a bagel emoji right there.
Jeez.
Hmm. I'm not old. I'm based. That's
Right.
nice. What?
Right?
Old
I mean,
farts.
it's like Gabby knows we're old. I
Yeah.
mean,
Come down and start building some stuff for
Yeah.
us, Gabby.
yeah.
There's Elva
Hi, Eva.
down in the Bahamas.
Love it.
Bet it's hot down there right now.
I bet it's beautiful.
Oh man, look who made it in
Hi,
on time
Aunt
for a ride.
Sherry. I love my Aunt Sherry.
Cheers to Uncle Bob.
Cheers to Aunt Sherry.
I know both of them, but
Yeah.
the two bros stick together.
Mm-hmm.
Old farts smell better.
No, you don't know my husband.
This old person is looking forward to hanging
It
out
doesn't
with
matter
you
if
soon.
we're
Yes.
outside or not.
We are excited about that, Patty, and was happy that Matt got to go help Tim for a little while, so that
Yeah.
was awesome.
Oh,
Dawn
Sean.
saying hello. Drops, there you go. $5 more for your freeze dryer.
So that's $114 on freeze dryer. Ooh, thank you guys.
Our 60 helped put up a temp pen for the sheep to get them sheared. I am bushed. Oh yeah, Kim, that's
You can work outside for several hours combined, right?
get her, Wade. Let her have it. Just get her. Well,
but I was telling Jason today, I was like, why am I so tired? Oh, I guess you do kind of know those people because you're sporting it and you're supporting it.
Yeah.
Rather.
Somebody's got to help out Jamie and Kevin and all their thrifting. I thought we thrifted a lot, but she blows us out of the water. I still need a thrifting
day with Jamie.
Yeah.
We've talked about it for what, Jamie? What, a year and a half, 2 years now? We've talked about it. Ain't been happening.
Build out a house so we can move in a few years to a small place.
Gabby, Sam, we would love nothing more than for you guys to pick your spot here on the ridge and build your home.
That was coming from Aurora. I mean, yes, we want Gabby and Sam here, but I'm just saying you're confused.
I thought it was Gabby.
No.
Well, Gabby, I still mean it.
I knew that's where you were going, yeah. And Gabby and Sam are always welcome here, absolutely. But that comment was not from Gabby.
Oh, I thought it was Gabby. Darn it. Darn it, Gabby.
Linda.
Come on, Sam. Sam, if you move here, you get pickles at your will. Just saying.
Love you. The shows are great. From Michigan, up at Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
Well, thank you, Casey. Another Michigander. Cheers, brother.
Oh, Dennis got us.
Bang Bang Cran and Bagel Gang. Nice. I like
that. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Dennis isn't just handsome, he's smart and witty too.
Right? Yeah.
Yes, the outdoor kitchen is.
Oh, Saturday's videos is just going to be like game changer, y'all. But I will warn you, one, it was really super hot the one day and I had no other choice but to tie my hair back with a bandana. I look awful. So don't laugh at me too hard. I mean, if you want to throw in the comments some giggles about it, go for it. But we were miserable.
That's where we're going, Kim. We need a more than a 2-butt kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Dana throwing in the bagels. That's you.
Where's your crayon?
Huh? No. Just going to get you.
Mm-hmm.
Tara, are you getting a double oven? I see nice ones often at the Habitat store.
Well, see, that's originally, yes. That was what we had talked about doing, was doing a double oven. But
in the outdoor kitchen.
In the outdoor kitchen, yes. But in lieu of us tearing down the tiny house, rather than just put my stove in storage.
That's right. They got a restore over by them.
I know. She was telling me about it. Like I said, we need to go.
Okay.
It just makes more sense for us to go ahead and take the stove out of the tiny house.
Leanne's getting it.
And put it in the summer kitchen.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Jeez. But until then, we were actually at a thrift shop and we picked up a brand new 4-burner propane drop-in outdoor kitchen stove for $20. So that's going to be my heat source for
Thank you, Jane.
We've got a lot of cool ideas.
This thing is super comfortable.
And then we came up with more ideas this morning, guys. We're already talking about adding on to that big platform that's out there.
Well, welcome, James.
Bellotti.
I
like that. That's fun to say.
He's a Michigander.
James.
You know why?
Bellotti.
Because he's got the Michigan.
I see that.
Yeah. Detroit Lions right there.
Yep.
Okay. Linda Peterson loves your shirts.
Thank you. It's just one of our merch shirts.
Lord. Your brain ain't supposed to work, Kim. You're called Loose Screw Ranch.
I just have a sensory thing. I can't stand things around my neck. So the first thing I do is cut it off.
Thank you, High Country, for coming in.
So then I'll put in a few little
Joy feeding them cattle.
Extra little razzle dazzle, as Grandmama would say. throwing a little razzle dazzle on it. So,
Thursday.
Yeah. Well, you were talking to Tim today. Are we going early? I thought you said something.
No,
because he said I'll see you
Stop!
on the 3rd.
We're going Thursday.
Okay. Don't you yell at me.
Don't
you dare.
You get going with too many questions.
No, I physically heard you say, or heard Tim say, see you on the 3rd.
We're going on Thursday.
Don't bark at me. Wow. I love you.
Let's see. We're looking for the minimum size trailers so we can all our 1-ton mini excavators so we can go help people know. That'd be awesome, Brad. And I did.
Yeah.
I was on there live the other day because maybe it was raining or something, and I got on there and he got a little mini excavator, and I'm like, all the seals on mine blowed out.
Yeah, we got to get that fixed because this project is going to take our backhoe. So huge. Yeah.
Oh, Stella's blue crayons and Sweet Tara's face. Thank you, Stella.
Girl.
Oh, Gabby got us with the Kragels.
I hope y'all know what you do to me by Thursday evenings. I mean, I'm a lightweight. This is it for me. Holy cow.
Yes.
Thank you, Linda.
Oh, wow.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Almost everything we buy secondhand. It's almost like a challenge, right? So, like, if there's something that we're looking for, I'm going to search and search and search until I find the best deal. Because, I'm sorry, it's a game to me. I will not pay retail. I will gladly have everything used.
Here, Sean says, don't mind the donkey. Just load the wagon.
That's right. So, we got 3 minutes left to go, guys. I want to remind y'all that we are a part of Homestead Hangout. Gillum Farms is actually going at 8 p.m. tonight. So after us, you guys are all going to jump over to Dale and Nana at 9 Acre Family Farm, and you're going to play some Kahootas for them. And then if you're still awake, bop on over to Gillum Farms at 8 p.m., we think.
No, they are. They're going at 8.
Okay.
They're going right after Dale and Nana tonight.
I mean, we didn't get an email or a text message or anything saying anything about it, but that's just what we've gathered. So bop over and see what they got going on.
300 pounds ain't fun to drag into the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
An upgrade to build this new house, so you work on that.
Yeah. It's a ways, guys. It's a ways away. And that's fine. I
know, Dale, right?
I loved living in the Cougar. Oh, but the final thing is, since we're going to be living in the Cougar or in the Squatch full time, we're actually looking for another camper. I know, right,
What's up,
guys?
Brian?
So we want something small, something very, very small that we can just shoot off like Freedom Weekend. Why couldn't we just take something really, really small and just boop, go? So
Gotcha.
That's kind of what we're working on right now is we would like to secure either a pop-up or a little mini nugget like we had. I miss the nugget. I really miss the nugget. Now, granted, we're going to need the Squatch for the space as we're living in it full time when we're tearing down the tiny house. But for our travels, we are in the market. So if any of y'all know of any, look at that sun. Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Coming right at your eyeballs.
I know, look at that. Ooh. See, it's a sign, y'all. It's a sign. Anyway, if any of y'all know
Thank you, Kim.
A smaller camper or a pop-up, please shoot us our way. Because we need something that we can just take off and go with. That we're not having to unload the Squatch. Boy, that is bright.
Newer, old. I mean, it's probably going to be an old one.
Old?
Yeah.
No. We don't want to finance anything. Actually, Bob and Donna have a gorgeous camper. I would love that one, but, you know, when you live a debt-free lifestyle, you can't just be like a slave to your wants, right?
Widow across the highway selling your small fifth wheel and 3/4. Eh.
We don't want a fifth wheel.
Yeah. We're trying to get away from the fifth wheel
because
so that
we lose so much travel.
we can still
storage
use
space.
the truck bed. Yeah.
If we could find another Nugget that wasn't in such rough shape as our Nugget was.
Dawn and them are looking for a camper too.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at with that.
Yep.
But it
All
is
right.
time for us to
It
call
is
it,
our
y'all.
time.
Thank you guys for being here. I know you guys have been along for the whole tiny house saga and build, and we appreciate y'all. Just know that we will be taking so much of the tiny house with us.
Yeah.
Peace
All right.
out from the ridge.
All
Bye,
right.
guys. Thank
9
you.
Acre Family Farms. Get over there, y'all. Go on now. Get on out of here. Go.